movement that was seeking justice for Oscar. And the Jacksons succeeded or conceded, gave the mics, and all the mics shifted over to Oscar Grant. Then on January 8th, the day of sentencing, verdict day, July 8th, July 8th, verdict day, or sentencing day, right?
July 8th is verdict.
Verdict day, I'm sorry. Do anybody remember what happened? I'll tell you. LeBron James made the decision to go to Miami on July 8th,
2010.
2010, the exact same day the verdict came down to Oscar Grant. And it was a big hype on that. So every time we tried to bring this issue up, right, in some ways, either entertainers or sports celebrities was used to water it down. Because where's our attention? On celebrities and sports. But it didn't happen. And then today, just 8 months ago, Colin Kaepernick decides he's going to take a knee. You get where I'm going with this? And so, though this struggle been going on for the past 8 years with Oscar, we see it actually coming to a head in the ideas of athletes. You know, Antoine Bolt. I was just in San Jose with Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Chris Webber, Antoine Bolden, Tico Sykes, and a couple of other athletes talking about this very same thing. And Antoine Bolden now has taken it to Congress as well as to the Congressional Black Caucus, speaking on the issue of terrorism. And he don't use the word terrorism, but what he talks about is police violence in the communities of color. So we see this conversation really taking place all over.
And I wanted to say that it is true that we all have to do something, but you may not be out in the streets, but you can support organizations. Like you can support Love Not Blood campaign. We don't get grants. We don't get none of that because we're not going to have anybody telling us what to do. When you start taking that kind of money, then they start trying to dictate what you can fight about and how you can fight about. What we do comes from the people who love the work that we do. You can donate at www Love Not Blood campaign. You can support that. You can support other families who are fighting. This is a serious fight. And we're not, trust me, we ain't nobody who lost a loved one from police terrorism. It is not about the money, because I promise you, even families, they don't want to arrest the officer, but they want to give them money, right? The families want justice. You know what I'm saying? And then people have the nerves to try to act like, well, you got some money. Are you kidding me? They didn't get no money because the lawyer's going to get all the money. Y'all know how this goes. You know what I'm saying? But their child is still gone. So you can help by supporting the movement. Support the movement with your finances. Everything takes finances. Everything. And you can support with your finances. That's what you can do. And you can also voice your opinion when you're having coffee. Talk about the issues. Don't be scared to bring this up because it has to be talked about. She looked like she got something on her mind. You want to say something? You just look like you're full of something. You got something in there. I've been watching you. Go ahead.
It's funny. I have been waiting to ask something. I think, first of all, I wanted. Oh, is the mic on?
It's gonna be like right.
Are we right there?
Close,
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, just wanted to say thank you so much for coming to Walnut Creek. This is absolutely amazing to be able to learn from you and talk about all these things. I'm living in Oakland now, and we're talking a lot about how white people should be showing up and being there for racial justice and fighting for this movement in the ways that we have access to different communities than you do to talk to them about these issues. And I feel like I often also grapple with how white people should go about this because they're there are racial justice organizations led by white people, and I feel and there's a lot of valid criticism about them from Black and brown folks, and so I'm wondering how do we go about this in a way that is appropriate and really lifting up the voices that should be heard rather than our own.
a friend of ours, Maureen Mo Morrison, did a documentary on Edith Boone, who's a black woman that's a muralist. Anybody see that documentary? Oh, you've seen it. It was great, huh? But it's called
A new color?
A New Color. It's called A New Color. You can Google it. And she has predominantly a white audience wherever she actually shows this. And so, but she always invites me to be a part of the panel. And so she gets this white audience, and it's kind of like going through the back door. I guess I use that as an example. And us bringing this issue to an audience that really don't want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? So there's we can't expect people that don't feel comfortable about having this discussion to show up here. They just won't. But we have to be creative enough to be able to allow them to come into a space to introduce them to it. And some hearts will be pricked. We're clear of that. And if it's just one heart, we have done something. You see what I'm saying? But the reality of it is that we have to be creative in how we do it. And so how do you create a space where you want to be a part of the movement, but not criticized for being white as if you're leading the movement, right? Well, always give space to the people that are impacted. You know what I'm saying? And we'll feel your love. You get what I'm saying? People respect that, But there's some leaders of organizations that want to be in the front, and that becomes the struggle. I guess that's the best way I can explain it, because we do a lot of conferences all over the place.
Also, you can go a little deeper, because you're in these corporate offices, you're in these corporate businesses. There's a culture there, right? There's a culture there. By you being awakened and addressing these issues, you might can change the culture inside some of these institutions, some of these workplaces. That's just that root in the trenches work. You don't always have to be out in the forefront. You could just be working in those circles where you know that there's a systemic racism, white supremacy in your own areas of life. And you can attack that, and it has to be attacked, and it has to come from you. And you can do that. You can absolutely do that. Nobody might not like you, but you can. So we only have like a few minutes, and we want to hear from you. Anybody? Yes.
I actually wanted to ask one. So, I just wanted to ask a question to everybody here. For those of you that are from Walnut Creek or surrounding areas, I'm sure we can say that there is a level of police presence here. And I heard from somebody recently that there are people, I'm sure it happens here too, but I've heard that there's people in Lafayette, white people, who call the police when they see a black person or a person of color walking down the street. Mm-hmm. And this is my white privilege speaking, but to me, I can't even wrap my head around why anybody would do that, but it happens. So I just kind of wanted to, I didn't know how to bring it up, so I'm just bringing it all out. I think we as a community need to talk about that and see how we can address that to other people who may be doing that, or